and welcome to our special D&D stream here on NRB Streams to celebrate the launch of our new channel, Chaotic Neutral. And today I'm joined by Holly.
Hello.
And Blair.
Hello.
Oh, I'm
Who
so
are you?
I'm Sullivan.
Oh, that's right.
That's my name.
Good to know.
You think that'd be the basics? Say your own name.
I always forget, to
It's-
be fair.
it's
It's
tough.
easy.
It is tough.
It's tough.
It's easy to
It's,
forget.
it's not like I've had it my whole life.
No.
But yeah, we're going to be going over how to create D&D characters and also playing a little bit of a fun little scenario, GM'd by fantastic Holly. But yes, Blair, over to you.
So, we're doing this today because we have a very exciting new channel. If you did not see the live stream launch of it on Friday, go check it out now. It is still up on Chaotic Neutral. If one of our lovely mods could type in the link for that, that would be fantastic. Go check it out now. Fiasco was incredible, and we filmed a little something for it today. You might notice behind us, the set looks a little bit different. Maybe there's some things in there that you can see.
I can see some things.
But yeah, we filmed the first 2 episodes of it today. So we did episode 1, which is very exciting.
Oh my god.
And we also did a prologue, which will be up on Patreon. You're not going to miss out on anything if you cannot do the Patreon. Do not worry, there's nothing in it that is like pertinent information. But if you want just some like add-ons of all of our characters and everything, then it's really fun. I had a lot of fun with the prologue.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, go check out Chaotic Neutral for all this exciting stuff. Can we say when the first D&D episode is coming out?
Yeah, it's December 22nd.
December 22nd. So a little holiday gift for you all.
Both
so-
prologue and episode 1.
Both the prologue and episode 1.
Wow.
Lori's with us today. Thank you, Lori, for
Thank you,
helping us
Lori.
out. Do
Lori.
you want to give him a little
Can you
wave?
give them a Terry-style
A
wave?
little Terry style wave.
Do it
Oh,
again.
he's
But,
tired.
he's very tired. We've had a long day of filming. But yes, we are very excited to be doing this today. We didn't mention this, but I guess maybe if you want to mention how they can join in with us.
Yeah, absolutely. There should be, hopefully, a link in the description, and if not, it's in our social media posts. Essentially, one of the things we're trying to do today is we're having a little kind of D&D session 0 party, the 3 of us, but also you guys at home. One of the things that I found the hardest in picking up D&D was knowing how to make a character. And there are some great tools online. There's D&D Beyond. Everything that we're going through today will be in the player's handbooks, but you can also find it for free at dnd.wizards.com and at dndbeyond.com. But also there are some great YouTube tools out there. If you want to just like watch a 5-minute, super short, super clear kind of startup, you can find it on the internet. It's one of the ways that we all started doing these things, is kind of find this information for ourselves. What we're going to be doing today is less a clear-cut, very simple, streamlined kind of set of instructions, and more, hey, let's create D&D characters together, which is a really fun way of doing it, little D&D party. So there should be a link in the description where you can find the PDFs of the character sheets we're using. Also, feel free to use D&D Beyond. It's a really great tool where you can make characters
Makes
online.
things so easy.
So easy.
I am really excited to do this, Holly, because we were talking about this the other day. I have only been creating characters using D&D Beyond for the past like 3 years, I think.
This is
3
it.
4 years. I've not made a just like handwritten character in ages, and I'm worried that I have forgotten how anything works.
Well, the other thing about this is like we've all played D&D. We've got Laurie in the room as well, who's a D&D nut. He's incredible. I'm really glad he's here. This isn't a place where we're going to get everything perfectly right, and nor should D&D as a space be kind of a like a gatekeepy, rules heavy community. This is to encourage anybody to pick up a character sheet, or even, you know, a set of dice themselves, and maybe even try DMing for their friends. Doesn't matter if you get a couple of rules wrong. Doesn't matter if you abandon a couple of rules or throw in a couple of homebrew rules. Just get playing. That's the really important thing. So if I get anything wrong today, which I'm sure I will, please feel free to chip in. Laurie, feel free to chip in too.
I'll be live Googling.
Googling. But yeah, D&D Beyond is great because it does a lot of that stuff for you. We're going to be doing it manually today. I actually did it manually yesterday for the first time in ages to try and work out. I love it because it feels so kind of like just like hands-on and cool. But it does mean mistakes happen. That's all right. We're going to be just designing characters and doing a little bit of play today.
If you make a character of your own, can you please share it with us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Discord if you're on our Discord?
Yeah.
We would love to see them. What should we have like a little
hashtag
for it?
Yeah.
Hashtag suggestions now. Go chat. Well,
Hashtag Gnome Trolls Pod.
Hashtag
Gnome Trolls Pod.
Yeah.
Also, please do get in your Ultra Chats as well.
Oh yes, of course.
$10, you can get an Ultra Chat, and we'll read it out here on the stream.
To you!
And also, we've got Joke of the Day.
Of course we do, yeah.
We've got Joke of the Day, it's free. Just chuck your jokes in the chat and just see what happens.
you could be the Joker of the Day.
You could be the Joker of the Day, and that's a very esteemed prize. Very few people ever become the Joker of the Day in life. And you
I've never been one.
No.
Oh, I've had the joke of the day. I think a pity joke of the day is what I've had. I think I've had the pity joke of the day a couple of times. But you won't get it. You'll have the authentic joke of the day
one.
because it'll be voted on by the masses in this Twitch chat.
Yeah.
All right, I think the way to get started today, now this isn't normally how I do it, but when I was doing it manually yesterday, I kept finding I had to like put in like ability modifiers and stuff as I was going. And I know that you guys roughly know kind of maybe the species you want to play, maybe the class you want to play. I figure we should roll first. Put in some basic stats. We can move them around if we like, but it means, for example, if we're putting in something that means you can add 1 to one of your ability scores, we can do that as we go. Cool. So, let's do the rolling now! Okay, should we start with Sullivan?
Oh, yes, please.
So what you're going to do is, and for those of you at home doing this for the first time, this is really, really cool. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abilities. I'm going to just quickly read out in the handbook.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, move the trays in. 100%. I'm just going to quickly read, just so that, for those of you who don't know these ability scores, that's totally fine. I'm going to tell you what these things do. So the first ability score is Strength. In the player's handbook, it says, this measures natural athleticism, bodily power. It's important for barbarians, fighters, and paladins. Might be relevant to both of you today. Dexterity, it measures physical agility, reflexes, balance, and poise. Constitution, it measures health, stamina, and your vital force. Intelligence, it measures mental acuity, information recall, analytical skill. Wisdom, it measures awareness, intuition, insight. Charisma measures confidence, eloquence, and leadership. So that's roughly what these things mean, but we'll be kind of talking about it throughout. So yeah, just so you know roughly what you're rolling for, could you roll me 4 d6s?
Absolutely.
That is right, isn't it? It's 4 d6s. And we won't use the lowest one.
Nice. So that's a 6.
6.
A 3.
A 3.
A 4.
Yes.
And a 1.
So the 6, the 4, and the 3 will keep, so that's 13.
Great.
You can just write down maybe on the bottom of your sheet 13. You don't have to plug it in yet.
Lovely.
But just we can plug these 6 numbers in at the end. So just 13 is
Down
good.
there.
Okay,
Great.
let's roll again.
Lovely.
Ooh, it's a 4.
A 4. A 6.
6.
A 6.
6. Oh my god.
And a 1.
So we take the 2 6s and a 4 and we get 16.
16. Nice.
Okay.
Lovely. Again. Average.
A 1. A 5. A 2.
And a 2. Oh,
Okay,
not
so we
as
take
good.
the 5 and 2 2s and get 9.
9. Lovely stuff. A 4.
A 4.
A 4.
A 4.
A 1.
A 1.
And a 6. That's 14.
14, you get it down.
Lovely stuff. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 that we've done. So 2 more. 3. A 1. A 3. And a 5. So 5, 3, and 3 is 11.
11.
And then
One more time.
here we go. 5.
5.
A 6. A 2. A 5. So that's
16 again.
16
My
again.
god, there's some high scores.
Wow.
So, you're thinking of being a fighter today, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
So fighters can be really useful if they've got a lot of strength, but it's also quite fun sometimes to play a character that goes against types. So it's up to you where you plug them. We'll leave you with that while Blair rolls.
So I'm just trying to find all of my d6s that I possibly can, but I'm going to stop doing that. Okay. Which ones look nice together? These two. Okay. Here we go. So roll number 1. We have got, he's not changing. Okay, there we go. We have got 5, 6, and 2 3s. So
5,
that
6, and 3 is 14.
14. Okay. Number 2.
Oh, I love it that you're doing all 4 at the same time. It's really cool.
6, 6, and 6.
That's 18.
Holy cow.
That's crazy. That's
and the lowest one was a
crazy.
5. That was a Why wasn't I getting these?
Spoilers, Blair!
I don't know what you mean. You didn't
4, 3 to 2. One of my little ones.
That's 9.
No. And a 4, 4 and a 5.
That's 13.
13.
Quick maths. Our brain
you.
after doing the 2 sheets today, I'm
Yeah.
like, quick maths, here we go.
2 more. 6, 6 and 3.
That's 15.
15.
And yeah, please tweet us, #GnomeTrollsBard, your character sheets you're doing at home, because we want to see them.
I got a 6, 2 5s, so another
16.
16.
Yeah, that's
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we
Okay,
go.
so again, barbarians, strength is really useful. I think you're thinking of being a barbarian.
I am
today.
absolutely going to be a barbarian. It's
You've
the
been
one
a barbarian
that I know
before.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can plug them in wherever you'd like. Again, you can put your highest in strength. But yeah, it's up to you. How are you guys doing at home? Like, what are you rolling? I did this.
Can you go over each of these really quick, because a lot of them won't know what they
These
do.
things mean. Yeah, I did go over it, but I will do it again just quickly. So strength, it says here in the player's handbook, it's your natural athleticism, your bodily power. So that's things like if you need to push a door or pick up something really heavy. Dexterity is your physical agility, your reflexes, your balance, your poise. So if you're trying to catch something, or if you're trying to maybe even pick a lock, dexterity could come in use. Constitution is your health, your stamina, your vital force. So constitution is kind of how healthy you are. Are you going to get sick when you eat that 3-day-old prawn sandwich? Are you going to be able to withstand the cold? You've got intelligence, which is your mental acuity, information recall, and analytical skill. This is like it's like your education stat, right? In Call of Cthulhu is kind of my memory of it. It's about how much information you know and how you can recall it, which is very different from wisdom, which is our next stat, which measures your awareness, your intuition, your insight. That's kind of your street smarts versus your book smarts. Not totally. It's not that kind of clear cut, but yeah, generally your intelligence is how much you can recall, and your wisdom is your awareness, your intuition, your insight. And charisma is confidence, eloquence, leadership. If you're trying to, my brain went to seduce, but if you're trying to charm someone in D&D or make them trust you, charisma might be really, really important as well. This is so exciting.
Trying to figure out which is going to be my low one. So I've got a 15 and a 9 left, and it's between intelligence and wisdom. Which one's going to be the bad one?
I know what you're playing later, because I've come up with a really like a little scenario for you both, just to test out these characters and show people at home as well that you can DM even if you've never DM'd before. Just have a go at it. Okay.
I've got it.
You've gone too. Okay, so let's do species next. We're going to pick the species we are. It will have they might have different feats. They might give us different changes to our ability scores and things like that. And we'll go through them kind of one by one and see how that changes the numbers on our character sheet. Other things we have too. So are either of you ready with your species?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Indeed.
I'm going to come to you first, Blair.
Okay, so I'm going to be a half elf.
A half elf.
Yep. Keep it nice and simple.
You got it.
Staying in the base player's handbook.
Yeah, we're gonna stick to the base species today in the player's handbook. There are loads of really cool species as well, and things like what's it called? Monsters of the Multiverse. Is that the name of the book?
Yes.
It's Tasha's as well. I love Monsters of the Multiverse.
It's the new one.
Yeah, but we're gonna go through the ones in here today. And there's something I was gonna say then, but it's left my brain. Let's do half elf. There they are. Okay, so half elf traits. Also, you can find, again, if you haven't got the player's handbook to hand, that's totally okay. You can find this information on dnd.wizards.com or on dndbeyond.com. Basically, almost exactly the same information that we're reading today.
And a lot of this stuff as well will have been changed, I think, because the player's handbook is fairly old now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stuff with like species, they've just kind of got rid of a lot of the like, you have this.
Absolutely.
So that's also in that book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is great.
Like one of the things we talked about before we started doing this was the fact that there's a rule you can use, which I really like. I've really liked for role playing before, where, like, for example, if I'm a dwarf raised by elves, it might be that I don't have all of the dwarf traits, but instead I've got a couple of elf traits, because actually like the traits aren't necessarily intrinsic to the species I am, they're more how I've been raised. So it's like, I think that's a really, really interesting way of looking at it as well. So you get an ability score increase. Your charisma score increases by 2.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Sure.
You are charismatic.
Okay.
You're so charismatic.
Barbarian.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Oh. Blair.
I think that's it.
Okay, we're finding this character as we go. And 2 other ability scores of your choice also increase by 1, so you can increase 2 other ones by 1 as well.
I'm gonna increase my Constitution by 1.
Nice.
And let's do. I think I might do Charisma again because I'm enjoying that. Can I do that?
It says
Or does it have
2
to be
other abilities.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rule it has to be another one, but like
Fine.
equally, you can make your own rules with this. This is a guideline for you.
Blair, people are asking your half elf,
Yes.
top half or bottom half?
That's a good question.
That's a good point.
Which half is elf?
Top.
Top half is
Top.
elf.
I don't know if that's the question.
Top.
Top.
Jesus Christ.
Your age is similar to human in the sense that you mature at the same age, but you live much longer. So you could be up to kind of like, you could live till over 180 if you wanted to. So you can pick an age kind of arbitrarily. It's up to you. You can come back to it if you'd like.
Should we roll for it?
You roll for how old you
Yeah.
are? Do you want to do D100?
I'm gonna do 2. Yeah. Is that fun?
Let's do it. Let's do it. D100.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Find out my age. Let's fully randomize it. I am 71.
71. Nice. You are 71 half elf. Sweet. It might be on the next page on the sheet sometimes.
71.
You are a sexy 71-year-old barbarian. Okay, roughly again, same size as humans, usually between 5 and 6 feet. Your size is medium, which might be important.
I'm gonna roll for it.
You roll for it.
This will be how many feet? Oh, this is a bad idea.
How many feet? Do it.
I was doing it with 2d6s.
Oh yeah, go for it.
One was. Oh no, I'll do both of them, and then I'll choose which one's inches
Right.
and which is feet.
That's nice.
Okay, so I'm 5'1".
5'1", lovely.
Great.
Quite short half elf.
Well, it's
But
basically how
still
how
sexy
tall
and
I am,
71.
so,
Okay, the other things you gain. I'll give you a second.
Okay.
Your speed is 30 feet.
30 feet. Ooh.
This is how much you can move per turn, basically, and it takes into consideration like things like running in the middle of battle. So you can move up to 30 feet per turn of combat. You gain dark vision in your
Here.
yeah.
No.
No, here, right?
It wasn't here when on ours.
Yeah, it's
Dark vision.
which means that thanks to your elf blood, you can see. You have superior
What
vision
do
in
your
dark and
elf
dim
eyes
conditions.
see?
And you can see in dim light within 60 feet of you as if it were bright light, and in darkness as if it were dim light. But you can't discern colour in darkness, only shades of grey.
Cool.
You gain Fey Ancestry as another trait,
Ancestry.
which means you have advantage on saving throws against being charmed.
Oh.
And magic can't put you to sleep, so you're resistant to magic sleep as well.
No
Put that wherever you want. It's gonna help
magic
you.
sleep.
You also gain skill versatility, which means you gain proficiency in 2 skills of your choice.
Oh. Let's do it on persuasion
Yeah.
and probably like athletics.
I'm just popping this stuff down so we could just
Brilliant.
run through
Yeah,
it.
we'll run through yours in a sec.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Sullivan.
No worries.
What do I want it to be in? Probably athletics. Yes.
And you can speak, read, and write Common, Elvish, and 1 extra language of your choice, and I'll show you the languages.
Common,
Languages.
Elvish,
There they are.
and I'm gonna speak also. I want to roll for it.
Good.
I want
How
to
many
roll
are
for
there?
everything.
I mean, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So you
So-
roll D12.
D12, and we'll just ignore the ones that are already
Yeah.
in there. Where's my D12?
What language is Blair going to speak?
Ooh.
Or rather, this very hot 71-year-old half-elf barbarian.
I'm speaking Orc.
Okay, brilliant. You can speak Orc.
Great.
Might be useful. Who
might
knows? I do. Okay, so that's everything for your half elf. So what species rather were you, Sullivan? Did you choose?
A tiefling.
Yes.
A tiefling.
Okay, tell me about how the tiefling has made differences on your character sheet.
So first of all, I got an ability score increase, so my intelligence score increased by 1, so that goes up to 10, and my charisma, we're both very charismatic,
Oh no.
goes up by 2, so that goes up to 16.
Are we just gonna go to bars and be like, hey,
How did you see my scenario?
We saw you from across the way.
We really like your vibe.
Yeah, we just really like your vibe.
It's just, I have literally made just a flirting scenario for you. How did you get this? Oh no!
It's just swingers, we're just swingers.
I swing real hard.
What else, Sullivan?
My age, so tieflings mature at roughly the same rate as humans, but live a few years longer. But it's very funny that you ended up at 71 because I was going to be 75. So now we're 2 old people, which I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Where do I put my age? Where do you go?
How old do tieflings live till?
Like just a bit longer than
kind of.
humans.
So like about
So-
100-ish,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
guess.
cool.
But not like overly longer. Alignment they can tend towards evil. I think this is an old version of it, but now you can. But
Be
even
whatever
in this,
alignment you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it feels like.
size, about the same size. I rolled for it as well.
Nice.
5'2".
Oh, this is great.
Really little. We're 2 little old people. The size is medium for tieflings, so that sort of fits within that. Speed is 30
Oh my God.
feet as well.
Can we please be swingers?
Absolutely, let's be swingers. This whole
I'm going to just change some things real fast.
I love that.
incredible.
Can you make it into a camp of sexy gnolls? They're having a party.
I too have dark vision as well, and I also have hellish resistance, which means I have resistance to fire damage. Infernal legacy, you know the thaumaturgy cantrip. When you reach 3rd level, you can, which we probably won't be doing today.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Farming
3rd level
EXP.
flirting. But all of that is all about once you've leveled up, and I can speak, read, and write Common and Infernal.
Brilliant. I think this is a pretty good time as well to ask you both kind of about, like, because I think about this as well when I'm kind of making characters. We've all done recently for the stuff we shot today.
Yeah.
These are not the characters we're using in the campaign.
God, no.
No,
This is really random stuff we've just put together today to show you.
Sexier.
Oh, I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know. My character is really hot in the D&D campaign.
That's what I mean. The ones we're using.
Oh yeah, they're even
Yeah.
sexier.
Oh, yeah,
That's
way
true. Oh,
sexier.
they are. Like, and also, I mean,
I think my character's pretty hot. Pretty charming. Am I right?
okay.
You'll see.
But one thing I wanted to ask you both about is, how do you guys go about making characters? Is there anything particular you think of, or do you do it differently each time?
Oh, it depends on what it's for. I think things like knowing that it's going to be made into a show, I've gone about it way more meticulously than I think I normally would, just because I really wanted to get into the backstory. Like, I think if I have an idea that's just randomly come to me at some point, I will get really into like fleshing that out and making a whole thing. But I also absolutely love doing it this way, where I just roll for everything and see what happens with that. Because I think there's something to be said for like just letting the numbers tell you who it is and just create something with that. I think it's a really good exercise as well for like creating characters for a story or anything else. Like just roll for it, see what happens.
I've actually done it with some of my English students.
Yeah.
Is I sometimes get them to roll stats for a character. Particularly for students who get really kind of stuck with what a character might be like, or kind of trying to create a perfect character. I think rolling stats just takes all of that kind of really heady thought out of it, which can be really freeing, actually. What about you, Sullivan?
For me, I very much have a focus on a few things. I like to get a name, I like to get a voice, and I like to get a fatal flaw that, that will be ultimately sort of like a continual undoing that maybe they can overcome throughout the story, ideally. And those 3 things, I think, once you get those 3, for me, then I can just roll with the punches and adapt with the dice. I like my characters to be silly. They're very silly.
What?
Very silly,
Really?
very stupid.
You know.
And it's I think for me, I like I just love making decisions that aren't necessarily good decisions, but they are true to the character decisions.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say my first ever character had an addiction to eating gold. And so he would just eat gold all the time.
No.
A terrible hindrance for the group.
Yeah.
Terrible hindrance.
Oh
it was
my
awful.
God. Some Gale
it was
from
so
Baldur's Gate
great.
3 up in here. My God. Gale, stop eating my
eating
things.
the things.
What were you going to say, Blair?
Well, the other thing I've just realized that I also really like to do when making characters is if I'm watching media of any sort, TV, movies, or like video games as well, if there's a character that I really like, it's fun to like mash multiple characters together and use like different traits of certain characters that you're like, oh, I really like that character. I like that they do this thing. Because that can be a really fun way to like, you've seen a lot of something that has inspired a character for you. I made a character that was very much like based on a character from She-Ra, but she was like a druid, but super like nerdy and into like tech and everything, which was like, yeah, it's just another nice way of like using inspiration to help flesh out a character a bit more.
I guess keeping living with something that you're enjoying as well. Like,
yes,
it's a really I think that's a really lovely way of doing it. And what about you? Let us know in chat. Tweet us #GnomeTrollsBard and tweet us how your dice rolls have gone, how your character sheet is looking.
Do the ultra chat.
Ultra chats, and we'll read them out.
Yeah, we'll read them out.
Okay, the next thing is, now that you've got your ability scores, you can put in your what's it called? Like your modifiers. So, and I'll read this out for people at home as well. If your score, the lowest it could be, is 3. So if your score is between 2 and 3, you've got a -4 modifier. Between 4 and 5, it's a -3 modifier. And this basically means that when you roll your d20, you're doing this to your outcome. So for example, if you're rolling strength, and because I've told you to roll strength, and I've come to your house and I've told you to roll strength, I'll ask you to roll your d20. And you'll be trying to pass what's known as the DC, the difficulty class. It might be that for opening a door, it's only a 5. If you roll a 9 and your modifier is -4, that comes out as a 5. It means that you have met the difficulty class, you succeed, and you are able to push open the door. If you get a 20, that is what we call a critical success. That's without your modifier, so that's if you just roll a 20. It means not only do you succeed, but something pretty cool happens at the same time. If you roll a 1, it's called a critical fail, and it doesn't matter what your modifier is, because not only have you failed, but you failed badly, and something not very nice might happen. So that's what these modifiers are. You can put them next to your ability scores so that you know what you're modifying to your rolls, if it's a strength roll or a dexterity roll, etc., etc. So 2 to 3 is -4. 4 to 5 is -3. 6 to 7 is -2. 8 to 9 is -1.
Boo.
I'm going to slow down now because these are probably what people are rolling. 10 to 11 is 0. 12 to 13 is +1. 14 to 15 is +2. 16 to 17 is +3. And then that should be it. But 18 to 19, if you're crazy and you're Blair, is +4. Oh my God. +4 strength barbarian.
Hit you so hard.
And 20 is +5. There are possibilities that you can kind of increase your ability scores to beyond that. And knowing kind of where the thresholds are between these modifiers is really useful, because if you're like at the bottom of -4, then adding 1 is going to keep you on -4. Whereas if you're like between the threshold of say +1 and +2, adding 1 there would be really beneficial. So it's useful to keep an eye on those little boundaries between the modifiers. Okay, we're going to do our classes now. So your classes in D&D are basically like your job. It's the thing you're good at. You are thinking of being a barbarian, aren't
Barbarian!
you? That's right, because you're a half-elf in your species, and you're going to be a barbarian. Okay. Sullivan, are you happy to do the same thing again?
Absolutely. I think that's a good shout.
Are you going to be a fighter?
I'm going to be a fighter.
Oh, no spells today.
No spells?
If you want to know more about spells, again, you can find it on dnd.wizards.com. You can find it on dndbeyond.com. I've been doing so much of spells recently.
Yeah.
Let's just have some bashing.
Yeah.
Some
let's
big old
just hit them real hard.
And let's flirt
We're
with
the
them at the
swingers.
same. No,
We
big
swing
bashing and flirting.
We're swinging
swing our
and we're
weapons
bashing
real
away.
fuck's sake.
Are you okay with this?
I came up with a really interesting scenario.
And we've just made it.
We're the swingers. Whack. Whack.
Dong.
Oh, I thought you said Dom then, and Dom was going to come in and be like, my piglet! So I was going to be like, fuck's sake! Right, okay, so, but honestly, this is always fine, and like one of the lovely things about running any kind of game. Yeah,
Is it, Holly?
Well, one thing we'll talk about before we play is about things like boundaries and how to check in, and like we've checked in before this with other things, so I know roughly what your boundaries like are in terms of lines and veils. We'll talk about it again anyway. But yeah, one of the great things about doing any role-playing game, but D&D is 100% part of that, is just getting a group together, finding your own rules, finding how you play, different vibes with different folks. Obviously, this is a very, very specific vibe because we're live and we've got a very short amount of time to get this done. And also, we've been playing D&D all day.
Yes, we have.
So you're getting a kind of really hyperactive version of this. But barbarians. Okay, your hit points are 12 plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay, so I'm at 15 for my armor class.
No, this is just for your hit points.
Hit points. Oh, wow. I have so many hit points.
Well done.
15.
Good job.
Holy cow.
Your hit dice is 1d12 per barbarian level, so you've got 1d12 for your hit dice at the moment. And that's just for resting. So that basically means how you recover health in a short rest, Laurie?
Yes, in a short rest.
In a short rest. It's how
You spend hit dice.
That's right. You can choose to spend a hit dice to heal for the amount of that you roll. Thank you, Laurie. Laurie, resident D&D expert.
Good job.
That's all we need for now. Let's do your proficiencies. So your armor proficiencies are light armor.
Light armor.
You're going to write quite a lot in proficiencies.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, you're not actually. You're going to be fine. Light armor, medium armor, and shields. For those of you who don't know what proficiencies are, basically, you get what's called a proficiency bonus. We're going to do this right now. So in your proficiency bonus, which should be near the top of, it's right here underneath inspiration. Near the top of your character sheet, you can write +2 because first level barbarians get +2 proficiency bonus. And basically that means if you're using something that you're proficient in, so any of these lovely skills that Blair has already kind of shaded in.
Should we use the webcam for a moment to like zoom in on this a little bit?
Maybe.
So that you can actually see what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'll do a little bits of pointing.
Yup.
Okay, here we go. Look at this, steady. So we've got our abilities here with our modifiers we've just been talking about. We've put in our proficiency bonus here. And essentially we've got all these skills that sometimes you get the opportunity to shade in. So right now Blair's already had the opportunity to shade in these two because of the species that they are, which is half elf. And basically it means that every time they have to roll for athletics here, for example, which is strength, not only will they get the +4 for strength, but they'll also get a +2 proficiency bonus. So they'll get +6 to their dice roll. So proficiency is really useful. And right now we're looking at other things that Blair is proficient in, including armor. We can probably turn the webcam off now. Am I right in saying that if you're proficient in armor, what happens?
It just means you can wear
Wear
armor. If you wear armor you don't have proficiency in, if you choose to wear like heavy armor and you aren't proficient in it, you get disadvantage on
I see. So basically, just to sum up what Laurie said, in case it wasn't perfectly audible, what Laurie has just communicated to me is that if you wear armor you're not proficient in, you have to roll with disadvantage. But if you wear armor you are proficient in, nothing bad happens. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So you're proficient in light armor, medium armor, and shields. You're proficient in simple weapons.
Simple weapons.
And martial weapons. Is that the same rule, Laurie, or do you get proficiency?
No,
Same
rule.
So you literally can't use a weapon that you're not.
Cool. So you can't use like a crossbow right now.
No.
And you're
It's real
severe
bad,
disadvantage. Okay, your saving throws that you're proficient in are strength and constitution.
Strength and constitution.
So this should be up here, your saving throws.
Strength.
So that's underneath proficiency bonus. And then you get to choose proficiency in 2 skills from animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, survival. So I'll let you have a look at this list. And you can choose 2 of these. How are you doing, Sullivan?
Very good, very good. Just, I give myself a little proficiency in that. That's very good. Oh, yes, very nice.
Oh, no, I've just seen your name.
Yes. Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, dear.
I'm giving myself too many things.
What is it?
Oh no, we'll see.
We'll see.
I've not thought of a name.
That's all right. While we're here, do you know the pronouns of your characters yet?
She, her.
She, her?
She, her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sullivan's playing character who's she, her?
She, her.
She, her? Both she, hers. Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
Brilliant. Let's see what you've got next. So you've done your proficiency bonuses and your skills. Okay. Equipment that you start with. You start with a great axe or any martial melee
Great
weapon.
axe.
You're going to have a great axe. Okay.
Great axe.
Let me tell you what the great axe is. Weapons. Okay, great axe. Where are you? That's a battle axe. Great axe. You do 1d12 of slashing damage.
Slashing.
And that's all. So you can put your, it's going to be strength because it's martial. So it's +4.
But I get the proficiency bonus as well, don't
That's
I?
a saving throw, I think. You're not proficient in strength in general.
Why is it higher in some things sometimes then?
Yes, that's a good question. Laurie, do you have an answer for this?
For attack bonus.
For attack bonus, because it is higher sometimes. I guess for me, I've got +6s in, I can't say with the things that are coming, but I've got +6s for another reason I'll talk to you about later.
Okay.
But I think it's just +4 for now. Chat will tell me if I'm wrong, so will the comments. But we're just doing this to show you that you can do it even if you don't know everything. Play some D&D. It's not that scary, I promise. So you've got a great axe.
Yeah.
You also then get 2 hand axes or any simple weapon.
Oh, a simple weapon, please.
I'll show you the simple melee weapons. They're just here in this thing. Again, you can find this information online in the places that we've pointed to. I hope you guys are also creating
Can I have a
characters.
simple ranged weapon?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a light crossbow.
What are you proficient in? Any simple weapons?
Any simple
Yeah,
weapons.
sure.
Or martial weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will take a crossbow.
Sweet.
And these lists are also up on like
Yeah.
D&D Beyond or
I think they're on
any of that stuff.
D&D.wizards as well.
Yeah, so
There's like lots of little fact files you can find. You can also just Google it, but they are also kind of in an official form on those fantastic websites too.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was using yesterday when I was panic learning all of this stuff and making poor Tempest do this D&D scenario and make a character manually. Okay.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, sorry. I just took your things.
my
Okay.
gosh.
You also get an explorer's pack and 4 javelins. So the packs are really cool. I love the packs. It means you basically start with a bunch of stuff. So because you get an explorer's pack, you get all of this stuff, which is
it's a bunch of stuff.
yeah. I'm
Just
going to
like-
read it out for you
yeah.
guys, but then I'll get you to write it down in your own time. A backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, a tinderbox, 10 torches, 10 days of rations, and a water skin. It also has 50 feet of hempen rope. Just write whatever you need to remember that stuff. And then we're going to go over what rage is, because you get rage.
So I got javelin as well.
Oh, yeah.
What you said? I think you said a javelin.
Backpack, a bedroll, tinderbox.
No, not in this, but another thing that.
4 javelins. You've got 4 javelins.
javelins.
So I'll take you back to weapons as well. There's your weapons.
Holy cow.
What have you got?
I
got a
got-
great sword.
I got a great sword. I get chainmail.
Not a good sword.
Not a good sword.
It's a great sword.
It's a great sword.
Pokemon Rod rules. You can catch like a Goldeen now.
That's pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet.
And I also get a shield as well as a sword, which is pretty
Ooh,
nice.
which
It
ups your
actually-
armor class by 2.
Brings it up by 2. So
That's really cool.
that's very nice.
So this thing about armor class that we're talking about right now, essentially your armor class is like how well armored / shielded you are, how protected you are from attacks. And monsters, beasts, enemies, they also have an armor class. And basically when you roll to attack, the first thing you do is roll to see if you hit. And what you will need to get is you need to get the same number or above as a creature's armor class to be able to succeed on a hit. Then you roll for damage if you've successfully hit them. And the same goes for you guys. If somebody wants to attack Sullivan, or Sullivan's character, whose name I won't share yet, then they are going to have to roll an 18 or above to hit. And for Blair's character, that's
I've not worked out my.
no, your armor classes yet. Oh, we'll come to it. Yeah, don't worry. That's fine. We're coming to it very shortly. It's because it's in unarmored defense. Okay. Rage is an ability you've got. You can write it down wherever you'd like on your sheet. I'd put it probably here, but it's up to you wherever you'd like to put it. Rage is a barbarian speciality, and it's something you'll know well. But for those of you who don't know what Rage is, it means that you can enter Rage as a bonus action. When you're in combat, usually you only have an action and a bonus action, as well as any movement you can take, which is your speed that we talked about earlier. Barbarians can enter a rage as a bonus action, so it doesn't take your main action. And when you're raging, you get the following benefits if you're not wearing heavy armor.
Yes.
You have an advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, which for your strength is going to be unbelievable.
Yep.
Also, when you make a melee weapon attack using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll that increases as you gain levels. And so for you right now, that's going to be +2 rage damage for a level 1 barbarian. Yeah, if I haven't said this already, we're doing level 1 characters. Because why not? Why not start from the very beginning and see what happens to these guys? It's gonna be fine. There's nothing in these pieces of paper that I've got here. You also have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Resistance, yep.
Yeah, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. This isn't relevant to Blair's character, but if you can cast spells, you can't cast them while you're raging. It lasts for 1 minute, and it ends early if you haven't attacked a hostile creature on your turn, or you've taken damage since then. You can also end your rage on your turn as a bonus action. You only get 2 rages per long rest. So you can rage twice before you need to have a big sleep. And because you've wasted too much energy raging. The other thing you've got is unarmored defense. This is going to be where we find out your armored class. One of the barbarian's feats is that while you're not wearing any armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution modifier.
Okay, so I think I'm just at 15.
Yeah.
But do I get to get armor?
I don't think you come with armor.
I would like. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think you come with armor. You don't start with armor. It's not in your starting equipment.
Boo!
Boo, you might find some. You won't. There's no armor in this.
Okay.
Maybe there is. Maybe
That's
it's a secret.
fine.
No, there's not. There's not. Or is there? There's no armor.
No. I'll steal it off of them.
You steal it off them?
Yes.
Off who? You don't know.
I don't know.
There might be nobody.
There's
Off the
gonna
other
be
swingers.
Yeah.
There's no swingers. I didn't make a
There will be.
Oh, fuck.
By the time we're through.
By the time that we're done swinging.
I'm going to have given you some tasks to do, and all you're going to do is swing. I'm going to put a literal swing in this. Swing on the trees. Okay, that's everything for Barbarian. How are you doing with Fighter?
Very good, very good. So I've got an Explorer's pack now as well as a light crossbow. I get +2 to ranged attack rolls. I get a +1 defense when wearing armor, which I believe I have armor. So that means...
Did you have it in your starty equipment?
It should, yes, in my equipment here, chainmail, which is real
jealous.
good.
Sweet. Nice.
So that's good, and then +2 to a melee attack when I'm only holding one weapon. And then great, and now I'm just moving on to great weapon fighting and protection and 2-weapon fighting and all that kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
So
you go on to that. We're going to go on to the next cool thing that we can do, which is about your background. What time is it? Has anyone got the time?
Time is
10 to 7.
Yeah, we've got time to do background. So the other thing we can do, as well as kind of working out your height, your age, your alignment, that kind of thing, which we can put in. We're kind of running quite short on time. We want to just get a character made for you and show you a scenario. So we don't need to do all these things. But one thing that you can do to give you a little bit of extra stats, but also flavor for your character, is you can add a background. So for example, there's a whole section of the Player's Handbook that goes through loads of backgrounds and various ideals you can roll for, bonds you can roll for, flaws you can roll for, or you can just choose if one of them feels right and the rest of them feel wrong. But they also give you like other skill proficiencies and languages and stuff. So there are loads for Blair to choose from. There's like Acolyte, Charlatan, Criminal.
I'm gonna roll.
You're gonna roll? How many are there? Oh, let me just have a look. There are, I mean, some of these will not make sense. 1, 2, 3, that might be quite fun. 4, 5, 6, there aren't that many. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sailor, 12, 13, I think. So roll d12.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Up. 6.
6. Let's find out what number 6 is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're a guild artisan!
Great.
You are a member of an artisan's guild, skilled in a particular field and closely associated with other artisans. You are a well-established part of the mercantile world, freed by talent and wealth from the constraints of a feudal social order, and you're a barbarian. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
I can just imagine you making something, just being like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, I broke it!"
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, skill proficiencies. You gain insight and persuasion.
I already had persuasion,
So
but I
just
will
change
take
it to something else because I think
insight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was
I
persuasion
could've
one of
had-
the ones you chose from
Yeah.
half elf? Yeah, you could choose any other than.
So, oh my gosh, so many. Let's do acrobatics. Why not?
You also gain proficiency in one type of artisan's tools, and they are just here. You could be an alchemist, you could be a jeweler, you could be a glass blower.
My word.
I've talked to you about glass blowing.
Glass blower.
It's pretty fun. I love the idea of a rage.
Leather worker.
Leather worker?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, we're back to the swinging.
Leather worker.
Okay,
Leather
so
worker.
you've got proficiency in leather, but you haven't got the tools on you. Unless you do.
Are you sure? I think I
You have a
probably
set of
do.
artisan's tools, one of your choice. You've got your leather working stuff with you.
All right, let's have a look. I'm gonna be.
You're doing your background now as
Let's
well.
have a look at my background. Oh.
You also start off with a pouch containing 15 gold pieces.
Oh.
A letter of introduction from your guild.
Oh.
And a set of traveller's clothes. You gain a language of your choice.
Oh.
Would you like to see the languages again? Would you like to roll for it?
Yes.
Okay, D12.
That's not a 12. Hold on. Oh, God.
Speed D&D.
3.
3, you learn Gnomish.
Gnomish. Great.
Good job.
I'm going to be a naughty little sailor.
Oh, I'm not
Oh no. I'll also say this is your last chance to get your jokes of the day in.
yes.
Because
it
once,
Do it now.
once we have finished doing this part of backgrounds, we are going to be ready to rock and roll with these guys. I hope you guys have been doing this too, following us along. For any questions you've got, I hope you've been finding your answers online. Because obviously we're just covering 2 characters.
Super
there are
basic
so many
things.
questions about so many things in this. But we're just basically going, look, have a go. Have a go. Throw yourself at it. You'll learn loads by doing it. Okay, let's give you a guild business. Can you roll a d20 for me, please?
Yes.
Let's find out a bit more about this barbarian.
Whoop. 14.
14. Oh, you could have been from leatherworkers, but actually your background is in potters and tile makers. Unless you want to be a leatherworker, in which case
No,
you
it's
can.
okay. I'll be
You work for potters, but you're really good at leather.
tile makers.
The pottery they use in the rage rooms.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I could be smashing up pottery and rage rooms.
You could be really good at that. You could be
That's a
making
great
beautiful pots for
idea.
people to smash.
That's a really great idea.
I love it. Okay, you now gain 2 personality traits. So you can choose if you'd like, or you can roll a d8.
I'm gonna roll.
I thought you might.
Absolutely. D8.
D8.
8.
Okay, so the first one you learn is, I'm well known for my work, and I want to make sure everyone appreciates it.
Yep.
I'm always taken aback when people haven't heard of me. You've got quite the reputation.
Great. Okay. Yep.
Okay, and then whenever you're ready, roll the d8 again. We'll give you another personality trait.
8.
8, another one. 1 to 7 now.
1.
1, I believe that anything worth doing is worth doing right. I can't help it, I'm a perfectionist.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna write perfectionist. Yep.
Okay. Let's give you an ideal. This is going to be about your. This is going to be a d6, and it's going to be about your. It's going to be related to your alignment as well. If you want to roll for it, or you can choose.
Okay.
But I think you'll roll for it.
3.
3 is freedom. Everyone should be free to pursue their own livelihood, and that's chaotic. So you can now be chaotic,
great.
whatever you want.
Perfect. Chaotic.
Chaotic
neutral.
sexy. Where's the option for chaotic sexy?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay, you now have a bond, which we're going to find for you. Another d6. Again, all these
Aggressive.
tables are available in the Player's Handbook and online.
5.
5. One day I will return to my guild and prove that I am the greatest artisan of them all.
I want to be the very best.
Tile maker of them all,
Yeah.
but I'm only good at leather.
Yeah.
And then finally, we're going to find out what your flaw is by rolling
Okay.
a d6.
Oh, I wrote these all in the wrong things, but that's fine.
That's okay. It's
That's
all right.
2.
A 2, your flaw is I'm quick to assume that someone is trying to cheat me.
Okay. Yep.
That's really cool.
Okay.
All right. That's everything.
So my personality trait for myself is my language is as foul as an otyug nest, whatever that means.
But you effing blind all over the shop.
Yep, absolutely. My ideal is that I have mastery of the sea as a sailor. I'm a predator, and the other ships in the sea are my prey.
Oh my
I love
God.
that.
Bang, bang. Then my bond is I was cheated out of my fair share of the profits, and I want to get my due. And then my flaw is that my pride will probably lead to my destruction.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm getting
great.
really like aggressively intense vibes from both these characters. Like super vengeful,
Very
super
sexy.
super sexy,
Very sexy vibes I'm getting.
but also really vengeful and intense and like cast out and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Shall we take a little break there and do joke of the day
absolutely.
Yes.
and then we'll
Let's
get
definitely do
started
joke of the day.
on this?
Exciting.
And then we can discuss our character names as well. 'cause, yeah,
I've got an
love
idea,
that.
but I can't remember how a specific thing goes, so I'll need.
We'll have our ultra chats as well. Like.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, an ultra chat here from BT Mikey, who's donated $15. Thank you very much, Mikey.
Thank you.
That's very kind. Will I be designing my character along with you guys while I'm busy at work? Maybe.
BT Mikey! That's very naughty of you, but also
We
please,
approve.
please show us your characters. Either you can
approve.
tweet us or you can Instagram us or you can put it on the Patreon Discord if you're part of that too.
Absolutely. And we have our 4 joke of the day options. So our first one is from Gibbon Tessie.
Oh.
We remember Gibbon Tessie
Always-
from
always makes me
Patreon.
She's also the giver of my Pokemon Gavel.
Yep.
Gibbon Tessie,
Gibbon
wonderful,
Tessie.
wonderful creature that she is.
Wonderful person. This is the no. I'll tell the joke first, and then I'll. So the joke is, the tavern band fired their half-elf drummer because she couldn't keep a beat, so they replaced her with a metronome.
Oh, that's good. A metronome. I love
Great.
it. It's all D&D
Great.
related.
Incredible.
This is great.
Very
Incredible.
Steph F. That was the music with rocks joke.
Yeah.
Now Steph F, which I like as a name. Why do dragons let bards get away with seducing them?
Why?
Because bards know all the scales.
That's very good.
That's
good.
good as well.
Very good.
Okay.
Daniel Coate says, "What do you roll to hit a kobold with a frying pan?"
What?
A skillet check.
Skillet.
Brilliant.
Very good.
Why kobold?
I don't know why the kobold.
Why do you want to hit kobolds? Leave them alone.
And then finally, we got Bastian, who says, "A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says, 'It's rain, dear.'"
Oh no. Oh.
I mean, that is a good
That's
joke.
good.
Yeah.
You know, if it like elicits a deep groan, it's a good joke.
So our first one from Gibbon Tessie with the music with rocks joke. And the tavern band fired their half-elf drummer because she couldn't keep a beat, so they replaced her with a metronome. Very good. Big fan of that one. Steph F says, with the classic bard joke, why do dragons let bards get away with seducing them? Because bards know all the scales. Daniel Coate with an iron cookware joke. Why do you hit a cobalt with a frying pan? Use a skillet check. And then what do you do to roll a hit? That's what I messed it up. Sorry, Daniel Cole. Sorry.
Come
I'm
on,
saying your name wrong.
Sullivan.
What about
Coate.
Daniel?
And then Bastian said, it's the Norwegian elk joke. A crazy wife says to her husband that moose are falling from the sky. The husband says, "It's reindeer." We've actually got some extra ultra chats right now. Does it all come in?
Yeah.
So Bastian has also said, "Love all your videos. And you all, you have to make more videos that include Silly Sully, Dom, and John. Mostly Dom, get more Dom, mostly get Dom more on board. Cheers from the Dominators.
Off the board at the moment.
Yeah.
He's slipping off.
He's slipping off the board.
Help him up!
Cheers from the Dominators in inverted
Dominators.
commas.
Oh,
Very good.
They are. They find so many names for themselves.
In Norway. Happy Advent. Thank you, Bastian. I know that Dom will appreciate that greatly.
He will.
Oddly Drawn NRB says, well, my first stat roll was a 6 total.
No.
No!
Did you roll 3 2s?
This is already a disaster.
Oh no! What did you put it in? I need to know. Is it your con? Oh no!
Very unwell. And then Chris James Lilly says, "Hey D&D." He says warriors rather than like as in worrying person.
Warriors.
But I imagine it means warriors. Hope you're
I'm a
enjoying
D&D
creating your characters, as I always enjoy that part. I play tabletop games in the Star Wars universe.
Awesome.
The places my players go are amazing. It's amazing, created new worlds and everything. Can't wait for you to play Star Wars Outer Rim, which I'm sure we will do at some point.
Who knows?
I would
Yeah.
love to.
That'd be
I'd
awesome.
be so into that.
Do we have a joke of the day winner?
Let's have a little look.
Oh, I think it would.
The music with rocks joke with 37%.
Music with rocks joke. Who sent that one in?
That was the Gibb and Tessie.
Gibb and Tessie, you are the Joker of the day.
Well done, you.
There would be a little thing, but I don't know what button we need to press to do that. So
Yes.
imagine it.
Imagine it.
It's
Wow.
right here. Look.
They're probably wow.
Theatre of the mind.
Wow, you know how in
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons you can like go to imaginary
Imagine it.
places and like
Something.
sometimes it's like more intense than real life. The experiences you can go on, the adventures you can go on in your imagination.
Exactly.
I think we just had that with Joke of the Day.
Yep, we did.
Okay, well, without further ado, I'm going to DM you through a very, very short and succinct. I might actually borrow the iPad off you if that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, cool.
Just so I can keep an eye on the time.
Yep.
Also, this is my first time DMing. I've GM'd a bunch, but I've never DM'd before. So this will be what it will be, and luckily there are people in the room who can help me with things like rules. But one of the reasons I'm doing this is to show you that you can just get started, even with just 2 friends. Like, the hard thing with board games and getting together, and also TTRPGs, is getting a bunch of people together, even online, in person or online. It's really tough, but you can do it, and you can give it a go. And providing you've got a good bunch of people around you who are kind and open-hearted and not mean when you get things wrong, it's worth trying. So bear with me if I get stuff wrong, but let's take these 2 people through a little adventure. But first of all, let's find out what you're called.
Yes.
What are you called?
I've also done a little picture of myself.
Can we do a little?
Yes, here we go. Here's a little picture of my character. Here she is. Her name is Grandma Scrumptious.
Oh.
Grandma Scrumptious. Incredible.
She's adorable. I mean, this is obviously what she looks like without the chainmail.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
where's
Yeah.
the horns? Is like,
And the
what's her
tiefling.
tiefling?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's this. I'm just going to draw them in now. There we go.
Tiny little horns.
Tiny little horns.
Little nubs.
Grandma Scrumptious.
Grandma Scrumptious.
She's not to be underestimated.
Yeah.
Because she's
Grandma
remarkably strong.
Scrumptious.
She's a fighter.
She's a
I like
fighter.
her. I like her.
Yeah.
Grandma Scrumptious.
Grandma Scrumptious.
Grandma Scrumptious.
I'm going to need your help on this one for my name.
Okay.
My name is Swing Low. Sweet.
Chariot.
It's just Chariot.
Her name's Sweet Chariot.
It's Sweet Chariot.
Chariot.
Oh my god.
Because we swing low.
Because we swing low.
I wish I
yes.
put more swingers in
Meant-
I'll
this.
swing loads.
Swing low!
Loads.
Sweet chariot.
Oh, I wish there were more
Coming for
romanceable
to
options
carry
in this
me
very, very short one shot.
Please carry me home.
Please carry me home.
Hell.
I'm coming for.
Is this alright?
You carry
Are
me
we
home.
allowed to be doing this?
I think we
should
are.
Should we be kicked off?
No, I think
we
it's
might
fine.
need to be kicked off.
Listen, it's fine. We're
Oh,
just 2
God.
regular
Well, it was
swinging old
nice.
ladies.
It was nice. It was really nice. Okay. All right. How do I put more swinging in this? There's no options for swinging. We'll see what happens.
We can try and
We'll make it work.
We're very charismatic.
We're very
That's
good
the
at
thing.
role
We're so
playing.
charismatic we might seduce them.
We'll see. There aren't that many friendly creatures in this. Okay. So, anything else before we start? Yeah, get your ultra chats in. $10 or more, we'll read them out. They go to this magical device. It's a magical tablet.
Whoa.
And we'll read them out. But for now, let's get you two into this very short, very basic Holly's first ever DMing adventure.
Hooray!
Okay. You find yourself in a half-waking, half-dreaming state. You remember snatches of your life before you. But in your more recent memories, you remember sitting by yourself, no other individuals, in a chair, at a table, waiting for a very important person. When she comes in, she is as grand as you expect her to be, fully robed in black velvet that swims across the ground. You cannot see her feet or her shoes as she walks, and she leaves a trail of this kind of ocean of velvet behind her. And she sits at the chair opposite you, gets out a book, turns to halfway through this heavy tome, finds your name in a list, and she says, "Nothing to lose or everything to gain?" You remember as well other snatches of this conversation. You remember her telling you that the test would be hard, that not many would make it, but for those who did, they would get to join one of the greatest adventuring guilds of all time and begin their training, that riches await people who can pass this challenge. And you wake up. You both find yourselves sitting in a room. You can't see anything immediately before you, not even each other. And you see that the room is probably about 8 foot squared of the same big stone bricks, floor, walls, ceiling. Your feet are free, but your hands are tied behind your back with rope. Jesus.
It's a great start.
Oh, God.
We did this to each other.
Oh, my God. And you can feel behind you that there is a back against you. You're back to back, the two of you, in this room. There is a door to your left.
I'm so sorry, Holly. I'm so sorry.
Hands are tied! Who's running this now?
You are.
This is the language. For fuck's sake! DM stands for Dungeon Master.
Yeah.
The D stands for Dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can be the master of my dungeon anytime.
Is this what you want? Is this the content you want?
Laurie, are they enjoying it or are they?
Self-proclaimed pigs. Of course they want it.
They're enjoying it. Okay, great, perfect. That's great.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, snuffle in it, pigs. God's sake.
So
Right.
we're tied up back to
You're
back.
tied up back to back
Okay.
in this very
Serious.
in this stone room.
Bad thing.
There are no windows in this room.
Oh no.
But there are 2 doors, one to your left, one to your right. The door on Sullivan's left, Blair's right, is a door that is kind of mainly made of wood, but it has kind of iron barrings on it. Like a big door that you would imagine would be an entrance or an exit to the building, to a building. The door to your right, to Blair's left, or rather to Chariot's left, is entirely made of steel. It looks like exactly the kind of thing to keep something in or keep something out. Next to the steel door, you see a traveller's chest, wooden with kind of little bits of kind of brass fastenings, what looks like a lock, and you see it just sat there. There isn't a padlock on it, but there is a space for a padlock to go. And that is the room you find yourselves in. Other than that, you see nothing else.
Cool.
This feels very Saw.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta figure this out. Well, luckily we've been in this situation before.
Oh, we sure have, yeah.
We know how to get out of this.
Oh my God, I hate her voice!
What do you mean? It's me, Grandma
Okay,
Francis.
potentially deep cut, but there's a character in Adventure Time called, what's her name? The elephant. She makes
what
the
is her name?
apples. What's her name? Sweet. Her. You sound like her. It doesn't matter. Carry on.
What do you think we do, sweet Harry?
Oh, what we always do. Mommy?
We swing. And we're going to start swinging from side to side.
You don't have to roll for that. That's fine. You swing from side to side successfully.
We're just having a lovely time.
Nothing happens. But
Usually that unties the rope, but I
Yeah.
guess it's done a bit better than
Yeah,
we
must-
normally do.
Yeah, it must have got a bit tighter, a bit more extreme. I like it. I like this style.
Should we try
the hands of God crushes you both.
Rocks fall, you both die.
Find us next time.
D&D, everyone. It's great.
Carry on.
Okay,
Should we try standing up?
Let's try standing up.
see if we can get to any of these doors and figuring this out.
That's a great idea.
Okay, you stand up. I think you can just stand up. That's totally
Yeah,
fine.
cool.
I'm not going to make you roll for anything unless it would be difficult, I think.
Yeah.
You find as you stand up that you are wearing all of the armor that you believe you came in with, and you've got all of your belongings. You've got your backpacks with you.
Great.
They haven't. Whoever has done this to you hasn't taken those things from you.
Oh, great.
Did you bring your dagger with you?
I don't.
You don't normally have a dagger.
No,
Do you have anything small?
I don't have. No, I've got a
No.
great sword and a light crossbow.
Oh, is it sheathed or unsheathed?
currently fully sheathed. But I'm willing to unsheath it if need be.
my great axe isn't. So we're fine.
Why don't we? Should we try and untie ourselves?
Your hands are tied, Blair Shepherd!
Why don't we try and untie ourselves, sweet cherry?
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah. If you lift it up, can you see where my great axe is?
Oh yeah, I can see it over my shoulder. Yeah.
Okay. Can you try lifting our hands up?
Okay.
And maybe.
And then I
Maybe
try and
just,
grab
like-
the great axe, or
No, just
rub
I
it.
think just rub it against
Rub it
Okay,
against the
all
rock.
right. I'm going to ask for a dexterity roll on this.
I think that's fair.
probably.
Just for Sullivan for
okay.
now.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
That is an 8 + 1, so a 9.
Unfortunately,
I'm gonna say really quick. If my parents are watching, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, and also my sisters who definitely are watching.
if you're Blair's parents, you should be sorry. What did you make? If you're Sullivan's sisters,
dear.
I'm sorry, you couldn't have stopped him.
There's nothing you could have done.
There's nothing you could have done. Unfortunately, you are unsuccessful. You don't hurt yourself doing it, but you just don't quite get the grain of it.
Okay. I can't rub it properly,
Oh, that's all right.
sweet cherry. You gotta.
Okay. That's okay. I'll give it a go.
Okay, you give it a go.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to lift our hands up high enough
Yeah.
to try doing the same thing.
Okay, give me a dexterity roll.
That is an 11.
An 11. So, what we're doing here is I've asked for rolls from both Sullivan and Blair, and what they're doing is they're rolling their d20. I know what the difficulty class is. They don't in this. They don't know what the DC is. They don't know what number they have to beat. But they're adding the scores they roll onto their modifiers. So you've got 11 there. 11's enough. And you managed to free your hands.
Beautiful. Oh, could you untie me?
Oh, I thought we were tied together.
Oh, I see. Well, in which case I'm
You're
untied.
separately tied.
Oh,
You're
I'm
separately
so
tied.
sorry. Never.
That's
yes,
all right.
I can absolutely untie you.
Oh, thank
Are
you.
you sure you want me to?
Well, I am tempted, of course, but
I could
no,
just get us out of here on my own.
And that
you
would
can
be
just watch.
that would be very nice to see. But no, I feel like
I should untie
I
you.
feel like
I'm sorry.
God he would be upset with us if I would
Yeah,
not
God
be.
might be.
God would be upset.
Yeah.
I think we're already. past
Oh, I'm
that point.
God.
Yeah, you're
I'm
God.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're God, absolutely. Okay. I untie.
Thank you.
Grandma Scrumptious.
Upset and kill us.
My scrumptious and sweet cherry.
So you both find yourself free.
Two old ladies. Two old ladies.
Excuse me. I
Sexy
am
fighting ladies.
Very middle-aged.
That's very good. That's very you're very middle-aged, yeah.
So you're both untied on your feet. You're still in this room with all your stuff, 2 doors and the chest.
Okay. Which door do we want to look at first?
Oh, you don't want to look at the chest first?
Oh.
I mean, it's right there.
No, let's look at the chest.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah, we
look at the chest
Okay.
and examine the padlock.
How are you going to look at it?
Oh no. Oh no.
What's wrong?
I mean, I'm gonna get right up to it and just pick up the padlock.
Cool. Let's have a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no. Okay, that's a 4.
That's a 4. Okay, so.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna get chomped.
You are going to get chumped.
Oh, no.
It's going to attempt to chump you as you reach your hand towards the Travis chest. It seems to just, as the final motion of your hands are going towards it, and like you can't stop. The momentum's already there. Like at the same time, kind of in slow motion, the chest just seems to open of its own accord, revealing like these hideous white fangs that come to these horrible sharp points, and this kind of weird tentacled tongues in blue and purple that kind of come towards. No, fucking hell!
I'm not saying I'm not interested.
And it tries to bite you, not in a nice way.
Oh, we've only just met.
Okay, it's a 20. Does it hit?
I think that will hit.
It hits. Okay. Cool.
We lost our minds.
Oh yeah.
We should not have done this.
Yeah. To be honest, we made a mistake thinking we could do a whole day, 2 shoots of D&D, and then do a stream of D&D.
And all the swinging we did in between the shoots.
And all the swinging.
that was a big problem. Yeah.
Okay, you take. Well, you take 5 points of piercing damage. Are you resistant to piercing damage?
Only if I was raging.
Only if you're raging. So you take 5 points of. Oh shit! How many hit points?
I've got 15. I'm fine.
Okay, so you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Plus. 5 points of acid damage.
Jesus.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So maybe. Maybe we ow. Oh, whoops.
dear.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Can you roll for initiative, please?
Okay.
Yes. Oh, that's a 2.
Ooh, I think you get to add things to your initiative.
We do.
Is it your dex?
Probably.
Is it your dex? Laurie, is it? Laurie's googling. I'm going to roll for initiative for this guy.
Dex would make
too.
sense.
I think it's your dex. What's your initiative thing? Gotta find out.
Okay. Yeah, you had dex.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
So that's +1. So that's a 3 actually.
Got
Okay.
12.
You're on 3.
Yep.
You're on 12.
Yes.
And I am on something else. Okay. So let me just write this down quickly so I can keep this in check. Okay.
We've done something horrible today.
Yeah. It's so good.
All right.
Favorite thing we've ever done.
I am going to say that was my turn. And just in the interest of fairness, because you've taken 10 damage.
Yeah.
And this is just the
That
beginning.
was- yeah.
Blair, or rather Sweet Chariot, it's
Yeah.
now your turn.
I mean, I'm recoiling. That is too much pain, and I immediately just go into a rage.
Okay, you
Immediately,
rage.
I'm fully raging.
makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
I'm pissed. I thought he just wanted a friendly little chomp, but no.
It's not the kind of bite that Sweet Chariot's used to.
No, bit more. But I'm not into acid.
No.
I'm not into acid.
We don't
pain.
kink shame, but
No,
But
I'm not
we're not
it.
into acid.
Yeah, not for us.
So I am I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And then I would like to swing my great axe at it.
Okay, roll to hit.
So that is 12.
12 hits. Just hits.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, what damage do you do?
I do 1d12 slashing plus 2 because of rage.
Okay.
I also have advantage on strength checks.
Okay, so that would have been in the check that we've just done, but it has hit anyway.
Oh,
You can roll it again if you want to see if you get a 20.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, I could. You know what? I will.
Just in case.
It's not a 20. It was a 14, which is better, but
Yeah.
not quite.
Is it
Okay.
strength checks or attacks?
It's strength checks.
Checks different to attacks.
It is different. Yeah. I think it's actually just strength checks.
Just strength
so
checks.
Doesn't
You got
change
it.
anything. Okay. Here we go.
Thank you, Laurie.
Here we go. That is 6 plus 2, so 8.
8 damage. Okay. As you bring your, it's a great axe, right?
Yes.
As you bring it down, this thing's clearly not made of wood. It's not at all what you were expecting. But as you slice the wooden exterior, you kind of knock off the back right corner of it, and you take off that whole first corner of the chest, and it kind of slides off, and in its place you can just see more of this kind of pulsing goo. This isn't a chest. I don't know if you guys didn't realize this, but it's not a chest. It's something else. Okay, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think
Would you
so.
like
I think
to
that's all I can
stay
do.
that close to it? I mean, you're in an 8 foot by 8 foot room right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sullivan, your turn.
Yes, I'm going to swing at it with my great sword.
Okay.
Great. Here we go. Here we go. Have a little.
You've got this, Mommy.
Oh, thank you, Scrumptious. Oh, I am Scrumptious. Okay, that's 13 plus, I believe that's, actually, what would it be? 13 plus 2? I don't know. It's enough, isn't it, though? Because 12 was enough, so 13.
13's enough, yeah. You hit.
Perfect, beautiful. And then that's 2d6 of slashing damage. So that's a 3 plus a 1, that's 4.
And you add your strength modifier.
Oh, plus 3, so that's 7.
7 damage?
I should have done more as well then.
Nice.
Plus your
What's your strength modifier?
Oh, I should have done way more. That's all right.
Is it plus your, which bit's plus your strength modifier?
You got proficiency in the weapon you have.
Dang.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
right. Yes.
Brilliant. So yeah, 7
Okay,
damage.
7 damage. Okay. Maths. All right. So as you take this down, you almost like kind of synchronistically with Chariot, it's like you guys are like dancing, and you manage to slice almost exactly where Chariot's great axe has just gone down, and you just take off another layer. And this time, as you take off this other layer, not only more goo is released, but like stuff fizzes and bubbles out. The thing kind of like opens its maw and lets out what could be a cry, but you've never heard a cry like this. It sounds weird, but you think you've done some real damage to it.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. And you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I think it's particularly annoyed at you now,
Yeah, that's fair.
Scrumptious, because you're the last one that's hit it. So it's going to go for you.
Oh.
That's 22.
Oh, that'll hit.
No.
That'll hit.
Okay. Let's see what happens to you.
You've got such a high AC as well.
I know. It's absolutely mad, but it's still got me.
You take 4 of piercing damage, and you take 4. Yeah, 1d8. 6 of acid damage. Acid damage.
Oh, it's a big hit.
Oh, the acid, it's not nice,
I
is
don't
it?
like the acid at
No.
all. Not at
It
all.
feels horrible.
Oh, no, it's messing up my hair.
Oh, it still looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you very much, sweet Chariot.
And as it bites you, it looks really frightened, and eyes kind of open up all over it. These kind of orange eyes with like huge kind of like almost like a cat's eye, like black centers. They just open up all over it, and they seem to kind of be wincing. It's these kind of legs sprout out from underneath it, and it kind of rears back with its lid open. And could you roll me a perception check?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
That is 9.
5.
Yeah, just 9.
Just 9, and that's what you see.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, it is now Blair's turn.
Yes.
It's Sweet Chariot's go.
Okay. Are its eyes still near me?
Yeah. It's like it's like a couple of feet away from you.
Can I start by poking it in its eyes?
With your hands? Yes. So that's an unarmed strike.
Can I? It would. It is a strike. Okay. No, I'll just strike it then.
Okay, what are you going to strike it with?
It's just my great axe.
Great axe again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did
Roll
a
to
good
hit.
job at that
Yeah.
before.
That is. It is a 9, which is probably not enough.
Okay, yeah. As you bring your axe down, maybe it's the slimy nature of the the surface you've just made, and maybe it's just your decision to keep going for the same area. Maybe it's the sizzling that your axe makes as it meets the creature, but it just glances off and embeds into the ground.
It in the eyes.
Can quite easily be pulled out. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
I don't think so, because I don't get another attack yet.
Okay.
That's not till a later level. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I'm not going to try moving away from it, because then it'll attack me. So
Yeah, because you
I'm
get
just gonna stay
frenzy
there.
at a later level. Is that right?
yeah. But you also just get like a bonus attack.
Bonus attack. Oh, barbarians are great.
Yeah.
Scrumptious.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
I'm going to go at it with my great sword again. Let's have a little
I'm
look.
gonna go at it with my sword. Go on,
Great
go at it.
sword,
Time
excuse
for you.
you.
Sorry, not a good sword. A
Great
sword.
That is an 11. Do I get a plus to hit? Surely I do. Right?
Well, it's
I
a
did.
because it's a.
Is it just because it's a sword?
Is it? One minute. What have you got here? Because if it's a great sword, it's a martial weapon, so you'd be using your strength modifier. So I think you get +3.
Okay, that makes sense. Lovely.
And
So,
proficiency bonus.
oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Plus
so
2,
plus
so you-
5.
so +5. That
Yeah.
would make sense. So in which case, then that'd be 16.
Yeah. Either way, it passes with either of those pluses. I'm not. Yeah. We were discussing earlier whether you get proficiency bonus on weapons or not.
Yeah.
We could play either way, and you could play either way depending on how you wanna run it. But yeah, that's plenty. So what damage do you do?
So I rolled 2 1s there. But what I might do is this. So as a fighter, I can, because I have great weapon fighting.
Yeah.
When you roll a 1 or a 2 on a damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon that you're wielding with 2 hands. But I've got a shield in the other hand, so that no, it's just 2 damage.
2 damage.
Plus,
Yeah.
the 3 of my strength, so that's 5.
5. Do you get to add? Oh, because
right?
it's plus.
Plus, is that right?
I think it's
that
not.
right,
I
Laurie?
think it's just your 2d6.
Yeah, plus.
You do normally add your strength to the attack.
Let's have a look
maybe not.
together because I think
Let's have a look
let's have a look at the weapons.
Let's have a look at the weapons because the weapon itself.
This is what you do when
Great
you don't know an
sword.
answer.
2d6 slashing.
Yeah, just
Doesn't
2d6.
say anything else.
Yeah, in this case, it's just
Yeah, but it's
2d6.
normally it's the way you add things.
Oh, I don't.
26 plus something.
I'm happy for it to be a 2. That's fine by me.
I think in this scenario,
I'll tell you.
yeah, Google will tell you, and you can make your own decisions when you run your own scenarios. For this, what we'll do is we'll add the strength modifier to your attack rolls in terms of hitting, but we won't add them in terms of damage.
Cool.
Just for today, obviously, go away, Google it. We'll be doing the same thing.
that'd be
and
2
make your
damage.
choices. 2 damage. Okay.
Just a
Ooh.
poke in the eye.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
All right, I'm gonna do this now as well.
2 damage out of a possible 12.
Okay, but it's really struggling, and as you hit it with the sword, you actually take off the whole top of it.
Oh.
You kind of unhinge the thing from where it had been hinged, and the whole top of it slides off, and you notice that now it kind of looks really bare and kind of blue underneath your sword, and it's pretty vulnerable. So even though you haven't done that much damage, it's pretty easy to do some wound damage to it.
Great.
However, it's now its turn, and it is pissed off. It's going to try and bite you again. It's going to try and bite you because
Yeah.
you really have scared it. So let's find out. That's 20.
Stop.
But it's not a natural 20, it's a dirty 20. So it hits.
Oh my god. How are they? You've got such a high AC.
No, it's bad.
This is.
I will also say,
absolutely mad.
when I tested some of this yesterday with Tempest didn't take a single point of damage for the entire scenario.
Jesus
And
Christ.
neither did the NPC
Cheat.
that I gave him to
Cheat.
play with.
Cheat! Wait your dice!
That's 8! Oh! How many HP have you got left?
I've only got 3.
Oh, fuck.
So there I go.
11.
I'm
Oh no, you're down.
11 plus 1, yeah, 12 damage. Now,
I mean, you're just at 0.
you're at 0.
I'm at 0.
You go down, and we go down into now what we call death saving throws. So, in this case, when we get to the end of the turn, which is now, no, it's not now because the mimic's just gone. After Blair's turn and your own turn, which won't happen because you're currently knocked out, you're unconscious, we will do what's called a death saving throw. I'll explain what that is when we get there. Okay. It's now Sweet Chariot's turn. It's Sweet Chariot's turn.
No! Just go for it.
Yeah.
My great axe. I'll pick you up later.
No, thanks.
So you can add your strength to this.
Great. 17.
Okay, 17 hits. What damage do you do?
That is 5 plus 2, 7.
7. Okay. Tell me how you do it, Blair.
Oh, so it's just the bottom half of it now, very exposed, and I actually just take the it doesn't even deserve the axe part of my great axe. I'm just real pissed and want to get Nana back up, so I just like plunge the what's it called?
Hilt.
The hilt into it, and then like leave it there. It's like able to stand up in it, and then I'm immediately trying to pick you back up and tend to you.
As you do, it kind of hisses, and the rest of the appearance of the chest kind of fizzles away into just this kind of bluey purple goop that slumps on the ground, kind of the image of these kind of tentacly tongues just lying flat and lifeless. You know that you have killed this thing, and roll perception.
That is a 5.
It's a 5.
We are very old and we're very
I don't
blind.
see very
It's a 5.
You're not old, but
well.
only in age, but
Oh, you got a 5. Okay, actually, this isn't that hard to find. That's okay.
Okay.
You see, as it slumps down, that it's not just because the eyes are gone now. It's just become this amorphous goop. You see that there's something kind of to the side / underneath it, just kind of poking out, that you don't think is amorphous goop. You think it's something else.
Okay.
You can now do a
pick you up?
death saving throw. So
Are we
what
still in
Sullivan's doing
combat?
now? No, we're not. But I'm going to do you one because it's the end of combat.
yeah. And it's good example. Of
Yeah.
this.
So yeah, exactly. It's a good example. So you're going to roll a d20 now. If it's 10 or below, it's a fail.
Yeah, I believe so.
If it's 11 or above, it's a success. If you get 3 in a row that fails, you die. If you get 3 successes in a row, you become stable.
Nice.
Let's see what happens.
It's 13.
It's a 13.
Hey.
Okay, you succeed.
Here we go.
You just do all
Do
of
I
them.
just do them again? Oh, 6.
6.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, that's one success, one fail.
Normally I could just pick you up, but
can
I feel
whenever
like
you'd
this
like.
is an interesting.
3.
Oh,
Okay.
shit!
I pick you up. I pick you up. I pick you
He
up.
was trying to die.
Oh God, Nana, it's not your time yet.
Oh, sorry,
It's
I thought
not
it
your
was.
time. I
Sorry.
need you.
I feel like as
true
that was
enough.
happening, Scrumptious was just like unconsciously like feeling her wounds and just like, oh, should I just open them? Oh no, that's bad. I'll just open them more.
No,
Just, like,
no,
blood
Nana,
pulls
stop.
I sweet Jared, I think you're going to have to keep him mouth to mouth.
Oh, I mean, happily. Wait, no.
Okay, no. We got the mission.
I just like, can I like try? What's my medicine? Can I use? What kind of wounds do you have?
You got some acid and you took some piercing as well.
Piercing.
So you got burns and you've got open wounds.
Can I try to use my leatherworking tools to stitch
To make the
up
sexiest
the
bandage of all time.
Yes, you can. Can you roll me dexterity with proficiency? Because you've got proficiency in using these tools, but you can't have proficiency more than once. So dexterity plus a proficiency. So you're going to roll out of 20. There's a DC that you don't know.
Yep.
So that's a difficulty class you're trying to pass that you don't know. You're going to get +2 for your dexterity, plus another 2 for your proficiency in using your leatherworking tools. So you're going to get +4 in
Okay,
total.
fine. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, here we go. That is a 11.
11. You get out your leatherworking tools, and you have a good go, but a human body isn't quite the same as working with leather. It's similar, but there's well, the skin hasn't been tanned, and there's like all sorts of kind of blood and stuff going on under there, and organs. Yeah, you can't quite get a hold on it like you normally do.
Needle's just too big.
You manage to seal it up and stop the bleeding, and get 1 HP of damage back.
You healed
I'll
me.
take it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm feeling right as rain. Yeah, let's go fight these monsters.
I thought you just said fuck these monsters.
Let's
but
go
you-
fuck these monsters.
Oh, what happened last time you tried to fuck them?
We didn't try to fuck
We didn't try to fuck it. We just tried to
Open it up.
open it up. Didn't realize it was even an animate object.
All right.
If we had, we would have tried to fuck it.
Can't be allowed.
No.
You're live,
No,
Sullivan,
it's
we're
not right. Is it? It's not right.
Hey, you can, even if you've never DM'd before, you can get your friends together. And
It's a good idea.
you can
And they're kind.
and all the work that you put in and all the rules you learn because you've never DM'd before, they'll like fully respect it and like they'll just be so excited that you ask them to play.
This is
Go subscribe to Chaotic Neutral. It's a new YouTube channel where we're going to play
We
D&D.
play exactly
with
like
less
this.
kinky shit, there's less sexy stuff.
I'll tell you now, this is an extraordinarily accurate portrayal of what it is like to be a DM.
it's not.
It's unbelievably accurate.
This is what you'll get. It'll be your first time.
Oh, I've planned all these things out.
Yeah, actually, this is what it's like, and it is also a joy because like it's you offer a thing and then it becomes a whole other thing in players' hands, and genuinely, this is very different from the game I played yesterday. Very different, and
crazy.
you guys have got so much more hurt, and you know what, you deserve it.
And we like it as well.
Okay, so what time is it?
The time is 25
36.
to.
All right.
Nice.
You you are still in the room. Stone blocks.
We haven't even left the room.
There's no chest anymore. There's just a pile of blue gloop and maybe something else and 2 doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my great axe out of the goo, and just start like trying to sweep away the goo from the item that.
Cool. You
might
do
be
that,
there.
and you actually find 2 items. You find what looks like a healing potion.
Oh, great.
Like a little red glass vial.
Yeah.
And you also find a gold key.
Perfect.
Big old gold key.
Nice.
I hand you the healing potion.
Thank you very much.
And take the key.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, sweetheart.
To your good health.
Glug, glug, glug.
And I believe, because I've just put this in for the first time now, very much an ad lib because poor Scrumptious is in a bad way. Is it a D8? You gain a D8 of
right.
healing potion?
I've got a feeling
Depending on
it's
what kind of
D8.
healing potion it is.
I'm going to say it's a lesser one, and this one,
Minor.
for some reason, is a D8.
It's a D8.
That's what I've said, because this is improvised.
Go, it's 2.
No! It's a 2!
Oh, there might be another one somewhere in here. Might have put in another healing potion for you idiots!
No, we deserve this.
I drank it all wrong.
you just like drank and rubbed
It's like
it into your
stealing.
skin.
Yeah, you like
Oh,
Would you like some?
me
It's like pouring
healing
it out.
potion, please.
You deserve it. Okay. Oh,
we do
wow.
deserve it. We
Still
do.
in the room. There's 2 doors.
Okay,
There's the door to your left, to your right, which is like the wooden and one that looks like an entrance or exit, and there's the one to your right, your left, which is the big iron one.
I'm gonna use this key on one of them. Do you have a suggestion of which one?
Well, I'm thinking the big steel door
I was thinking that one too.
because it's more like secure.
Oh, very nice.
And if we need to, then we can always use your big old axe on the window.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I go over and I put the gold key into the steel door.
Okay. Yeah, it was unlocked, and putting the key in, it fits. and it unlocks the door.
Great.
Honestly,
call,
I had no idea this was going to be this kinky. Of all the things I thought this was going to be, it wasn't this. But I love it. I do love it.
It's not our
You're
fault
right.
it's so
It's my
charismatic.
dirty mind. It's all me.
We've just been talking about a great axe and a great sword and whether they're sheathed or not. It's really, it's nice.
You open the door because we've got fucking 20 minutes left.
So much fun, D&D, so much fun.
You can do this too with your friends. You want to flirt with your friends? And you want to like smash weapons or whatever it is? You can do that.
He said to make a YouTube channel.
You open the door and you see a long corridor. I mean long, like maybe, for fuck's sake, it's a corridor. It's maybe 150 feet long. You can't quite see to the other end of it.
So that is actually proper long.
It's really long. It's too
great
long.
hall.
Yeah.
Is what it is. And it's made out of the same stone as the stone that you can see in this, like kind of big old stone bricks of like hunks of stone. They're made out of grey. Same with the floor, walls, ceiling. Same material. No windows.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
I mean, should we go down this or should we check the other door first?
Oh, let's go down. And it's always good to go down a mysterious corridor.
Long corridor.
Oh, yeah. It's a very long corridor.
it's impressive.
Yeah, I like the look of it.
Great. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
We just start.
Okay.
We go.
Down.
Cool. You start walking down the corridor. Don't know why I'm walking with you. And as you get about halfway down, you see that there is a door at the other end of it, except it's barred. So you can kind of see through it, and there might be a figure behind it, but you can't quite make it out from where you are. Could you roll a perception check for me,
Ooh.
please?
We're
Both
very
of
good
you.
at perception.
Yes, we are indeed.
Oh, it's a nat 20!
Oh, great.
I see everything.
I rolled a 5 plus 2, so thank goodness for you.
Okay. For your nat 20, I've really got to reward this. This is not what I expected. You notice that there's an area you're about to come to, and the floor looks wet.
Oh.
Kind of like an oily pool of wet in front of you. But it gives you a bad feeling. A bad feeling, Blair. Bad feeling is for your natural 20. It gives you a bad feeling. You notice that everything else that you've seen so far looks perfectly dry, and you have no idea, because the ceiling's not wet, how this little pool on the floor could have got wet. It's going to be difficult to cross, and also because you've got nat 20, you're going to see that there is a figure waiting on the other side of the bars, and they seem to be looking through, interested at what you two are doing.
Is this Saw? It's Saw. We're just trapped in a Saw world.
Do you want to play a game?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you want to play a game called D&D with your friends? Think twice before you do. They might bring their weird kinky shit into your room on a live stream. On a live stream. Can't be edited out.
Can't be, no, it's live. It's very live.
And it's the thrill that gets them up.
Fucking exhibitionists, fucking D&D players. Right. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
You see the pool.
I give him a little wave.
Okay. You,
hello.
with your incredible perception with your D20, you see that as he looks back to you, you can hear this high-pitched kind of chitter, like a really faint in the distance, and you see him do this.
Oh. Have you set all of this up then?
He can't hear you, it's too far.
Have you set all of this up then?
He just laughs.
Oh, that's
Oh.
nice. We've got someone watching.
Yeah, it's mysterious.
Gets closer and closer
Oh.
to the bars,
Oh, hi.
Hello.
and just waits and watches you.
How are you?
He's like
Have we-
70 feet away.
Have we been doing this how you were hoping? Did you enjoy the acid?
You
Do you
bumped me
enjoy it?
very badly.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bit confused. 'Cause he's just here watching you.
So what's all this about then?
He can't quite hear you. He's like at the end of a corridor. He's like 70 feet away.
Come here.
Should we...
He's
Come
like,
here.
oh no, this is
Oh, I thought we
He's
were
the
at
other
the
side
bar.
of no.
Let's get.
No, there's a big pool between you and another
Right.
70 feet.
Oh, I
beyond
see.
that.
I thought it was
see.
after
Right,
the bars.
Yeah,
Okay.
for clarity, you're about
Yes.
halfway down the corridor, and there's like a pool of this oily
Right,
substance
okay.
on the floor, and then there's like another half of the corridor, and then there's the barred door that this individual is behind.
Now,
Okay.
I'm not sure about getting into this oily pool.
No.
I've made that mistake too many times before.
too.
Yeah. It's a real problem. So
Should we go check out the other door
let's
and come
go.
back to this?
This guy
mess?
giving me the creeps.
I don't know.
You kind of like him? Okay, well we'll wait till later. We'll see what he's like. let's give the other door a go.
You go back towards the room that you started in. As you go back, the door that you first came through, the big iron door, closes in front of you. And you realise that the key is on the other side, and you hear it turn in the lock. You're locked into this corridor now.
Well, how rude.
Oh, is he working with more people, or did he get through the bar? And what?
I honestly do not know. Can you still see him with your amazing eyes?
I look through the keyhole.
No, you're still in the corridor. So, the door's in front of you, the iron door that you first came through.
Yeah,
Your back's to the corridor. So if you turn around, the bars are still there.
Okay.
Can you? Is he still behind those bars?
Let me see.
He's still watching.
Yeah, he's still there.
Do you think that we could shoot him? Because he seems like a particularly dangerous sort.
Oh, I guess we could, but it's not going to really solve this problem.
No, that's true. We need information, don't we?
I mean, it is a bit weird that we're here. Do you remember how we got here?
Very vague bits, but not really, no.
No. Okay. Well, do we have we don't have anything to mop this up with, do we? No.
Do I put my finger in? Maybe not me.
Maybe not you.
You want to put your
Maybe we. Okay. How about this?
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Excuse me. Hi there, mysterious figure. We're gonna shoot you unless you can help us out here, because we don't really want to do that.
That's a good move.
Yeah, but just a heads up.
He just moves out of range. He just moves behind where the bars are. So he's clearly in a room that goes wider than the corridor is. So if here's the barred door, and you can see this bit through him, he just moves off.
That's a smart move.
That was smart. We shouldn't have.
And you just hear
do.
in the background.
Oh, I know. We're not in the oily mess yet.
No?
We could light it on fire.
I like that. I've got a tinderbox.
Oh, I have torches.
Oh, fantastic.
Great. This is such a bad idea.
Okay,
You're like, a torch?
you do it,
There we go.
and you put it into the oily substance.
Into the oily substance.
Okay. What damage would that normally do? If it was a living thing.
That's a good question. Setting something on fire just regularly.
It's
It's resistant, so it's only going to take half of it.
It is resistant.
It's resistant to fire. So it's only going to take half rounded down of this damage. Laurie's doing furious Googling.
I'm Googling.
If you set something on fire in D&D, how much damage does it do?
Set the DC here.
Laurie is magic, he's finding the answers, and he's gonna tell us what does it do?
Hey.
What does it do to this thing?
I mean, bonfire does 1d8 fire damage.
Okay.
1d8.
Nice.
So, chucking a torch on something.
Yeah,
This
let's.
sets it alight though.
Yeah, this won't set it alight, but Blair, let's have you roll a d8.
Right. Here we go.
Just cause a chip pan fire.
Yeah. That's a 1.
That's a 1. So rounded down, that's a 0 when you halve it.
Oh, there
So,
we go.
Unfortunately, it does no damage, which is kind of appropriate. Roll initiative!
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I've got a 1.
Oh, 5
I got the
plus
same.
1, 6.
I got the same that I did last time.
What have you got?
12.
6 for me.
6.
12.
Okay, glue. 12 for Blair. Okay. And 6 for Sally. All right, so what happens as you get close to it and you try and light it on fire, you put your torch that you've lit with the tinderbox down to it, and not only does it fizzle out, like the substance is wet, but you notice that the actual torch itself corrodes.
Oh.
And you lose the top of the torch and you drop it just in time as the whole thing kind of fizzles out. And in front of you, that pool suddenly stands up like a stiff being. For fuck's sake, guys.
I didn't even make a face. I didn't even make a face.
I didn't say anything.
It didn't register to me.
And this strange translucent liquid that was in liquid form before now stands up in front of you, gelatinous, like a wall between you and the rest of the corridor. And you can hear a little bit quieter as you see just a block between you and this path in this weird grey gelatinous wall.
Dear.
You're gonna die.
It's your turn first, Blair.
Okay. I realized because we're not in combat anymore, I would have gone out of rage.
Yeah, you're no longer raging.
So I will go back into rage.
Yeah, you rage again.
And I'm just going to swing at it with my great axe because fire seemed to do nothing to it. I've got like nothing else that really would be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna swing at it with my great axe.
Okay, swing to hit.
Come on. That is an 18.
It hits. Do your damage.
All right. That's 7, 9.
9. Okay, so it takes 9 damage, and you kind of hit all the way through it, making sure you keep your hands out after what you've just seen happen to your torch. And it kind of cuts out like a triangular chunk that flies out behind it and leaves kind of a hole through it. And you see as that triangular chunk kind of shoots out behind it that it kind of it assumes liquid form again and falls through the cracks in the stone to disappear. So you've taken a chunk out of it. However, you also notice that it's done some damage to your great axe. It kind of fizzes and sizzles, and you get a -1 from now on to damage rolls.
If I'm using my great axe.
If you're using your great axe. If I'm not going to tell you the rest of that. So right now it's on a -1 to damage rolls. So not the whether you hit, but the damage that you take.
Yeah, cool.
That I take. All right, it's your turn, Sullivan.
Oh, great. I'm going to attack it. Here we are. That's a 14 plus 3, so 17.
You hit it.
Fantastic. And that is 2d6.
Oh.
That is a 3 plus a 6, 9.
Wow.
Okay, well, Sullivan, tell me how you do it. We're not doing plus strength for damage today. But
fantastic. I go higher, like Miss Piggy.
Oh, Miss Piggy, yeah.
And I'm just slicing and slicing and slicing and slicing all the way through it. And hopefully that means it dissipates like the rest of it did.
It does. It falls into liquid form, falls through the cracks, and the ground is now dry underneath you. And the rest of the corridor is free for you to walk, should you like.
Amazing.
Well done. You are on fire today.
Thank you so much. I really recovered after that really poor tactical start on my part. Being covered in ashes, but now here I am.
We both could have done better with that, probably.
I really should have drunk the health potion better, though.
It's all right. I
Shouldn't
saw
have
you
rubbed it all
dousing
over my
yourself
body,
in it, and I just thought, you know what?
You get tempted sometimes.
Too hard.
All right, let's go down this corridor.
Yeah.
Okay, you get to the end of the corridor and you get to the barred door. You can see through it very clearly now. And on the other side of it, you see a gnoll, a kind of humanoid hyena creature. This one's about 5 foot tall, in armor that looks new. It's very nice armor, metal, quite heavy, but it looks maybe a size too big and new. And the the gnoll, looks at you both and goes, "Oh, that was well good. That was best one I've seen so far. You did it real quick, and I'm very impressed. How are you gonna get out?"
Oh.
And you see the keys are just like shimmering in his pocket.
Well, thank you so much for the compliment.
Yeah.
I mean, how do people normally get out? What's the best one that you've seen?
Yeah, what's the best one?
Oh, I'm not supposed to give hints.
Oh, come on.
I know you've got a favorite.
I'm not supposed to give hints.
I love your hair.
Thank you. I'm not supposed to give. Oh, okay. Could you roll me a charisma, both of you?
That's 13.
15.
and 16 for me.
15 and 16. All right, well, maybe the power of both of you combined. He's like, oh, well, I'm not supposed to do this, but they said I could improvise depending on the situation, because there's all sorts of kinds of tests and challenges, and you've just got to pass them. So I guess what you've got to do is convince me to let you out. It's one of the ways to do it. But so how are you going to convince me?
Well, I mean, we could like try out a few different ways.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
You could let us know, like
whatever you like, really. It's up to you, really. Whatever you prefer.
And you notice that this Noel is essentially, this must be like his first week on the job. And that he just wants to do a good job, and he is just like so scared of doing something wrong, but also so easily just persuaded by you both, because he just wants to be loved and appreciated. They went, oh, you know what? Also, like, thanks for not shooting me and stuff like with an arrow, because otherwise I would have had to, like, fight back, and you'd have died because of these bars.
Yeah,
and he takes up the keys and he lets you out, and he goes, all right, she's waiting for you through there. And he points to you. Come out of the barred room, the corridor, and you end up in a much bigger stone room, bigger than the one you were in before as well. And you notice some stone steps leading up to a huge set of beautiful kind of red wooded doors with lovely kind of black metal on the outside, and two huge brass, I'm not going to call them knockers, but you guys.
I was waiting.
Doorknobs! That's worse! Two huge brass knobs on either side. And from what you can see,
sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I made this scenario. If my parents
sorry.
haven't watched this yet, I'm gonna text them right after this.
Blair, they're in the chat.
No! Are they actually?
No.
Oh my god.
and you can see kind of from underneath it the beginnings of like a red carpet that goes underneath it with like a gold lining, and you know immediately that this door is open. It's not the kind of door that you would put locks on. It's not the kind of door you put bars on. It is a ceremonial door.
Okay.
Great.
Well,
should we
I
go?
mean, should we just knock? I
Yeah.
think we should use the
Oh,
knockers. I think it's appropriate. Should we do it at the same time?
okay.
Ready? Knock, knock, knock.
And you hear, wonderful visitors, come in.
Oh, okay.
Going through.
Okay, you go in and you see a huge hall of, again, the same stone, but this time there's beautiful, tall, triangular windows, and the glasswork is beautiful, and the sun is beaming in. It's the lightest room that you've been in so far, and the light is natural and gorgeous. There are huge kind of curtains hanging from above in kind of beautiful, thick, jewel tone materials, like this deep greens, deep oranges, deep purples, deep reds, hanging in just this gorgeous, must be expensive material that's hanging from the ceiling. And in the middle of the room, you see a table, this time with two chairs and a third opposite you, and in it is sat the woman that you remember from your strange dreams, all clothed in black velvet, with velvet just swimming at her feet. She's in a huge pool of it that has like hung down from her cloak. You also see, as you go in, 15 other of these doors. It's a circular room, and you've come through one, happens to be facing her, but you can see 15 other doors like it, with again the red rug and the gold trim kind of leading out to those doors, and her table sitting in the middle. Well done, my darlings. Come and join me.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm
Just
very
just
happy to
just-
join.
Sit down.
As you sit down, she says, well, 32 adventurers came to try. You are the only two who have made it. Doesn't always work this way. Sometimes you get a clean sweep, no one comes out. Sometimes we might get half back. Either way, it is a process we must go through here at my guild to ensure that we only get the greatest adventurers join us. It's not worth our time training those who have the intention but not the bravery and the talent. So well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And you can see
It's an honor.
like gnolls at every single door, kind of around her, like chittering and kind of doing little claps and just like laughing at you. And she says, well, that's one test finished. Now the real story begins. And that's the end of your first session.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
Well done.
Sorry.
Thank you very much. We're so sorry, but also thank you.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
You did an amazing job, and we absolutely fucked
No,
with
I
your
loved it.
brilliant story.
Genuinely, I loved it. Genuinely, I loved
What about you?
it.
Did you love it?
Did you love it?
Probably not.
Where is this?
I bet
this
you
gone?
enjoyed all the story bits and all the things that
Yeah,
were worked
all
out.
the-
I bet they loved the dirty bits.
Honestly, thank you very much. That was great.
Did they? Did they like it?
Well, it's 1 minute to 8. Discord has
Oh,
decided to
perfect.
to reinstall itself on
That
this.
is fantastic, Discord.
great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Is that
Honestly,
where the
That's where the doc is. So we're just going to wait
Yeah.
Can we
and chat.
Well,
get it?
How did you
Okay.
guys find that?
I had so much
you
fun.
did
That was
great.
great. Thank
You
you
did a
very
great
much. You did a
job.
fantastic job. It was your first time ever GMing. That's brilliant. Really cool. You like the different monsters that you used. Were
Great.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I will
Great
say
ooze.
these are just pulled from D&D Beyond. So the 3 monsters I had that you guys could, well, 3 monsters, the 3 enemies you guys could face were the Mimic, which is the chest you
Yep.
guys face, the Grey Ooze, which is the oily puddle you faced, and the Knoll. You can at any point attack any of the Knolls. You don't have to though.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't too. And now I can get the thing back, which is great.
fantastic.
But yeah, it's not the first time I've GM'd. Like I've kept Cthulhu before,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
some other kind of like one-shotty stuff.
But-
But it's the first time I've dungeon mastered.
Yeah.
And I was a bit scared about it. But it
And
was
we made
really-
you feel so much better.
You made me realise that there
It
was no
doesn't
point in
matter.
caring about it at all. Why care about something?
You smashed it. You smashed it. You're great.
And I'm gonna give you.
Oh, thank you so
Things.
much.
You've got some more ultra chats in.
Yes, we do. We've got quite a few actually.
Aw,
Lovely. Hannah of the NRB Discord says it was really great yesterday evening talking with you, Holly, Laurie, with John and Terry too, with Sully at the end. Yes, I appeared right this second. Also, Blair, what is the best chocolate bar?
Oh no! See, I
we talked to you about this
panic.
afterwards, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not. Yeah, I just really like a plain milk chocolate. I'm not really into chocolate with other things in it, which I know is maybe very controversial. But I do just like a plain milk chocolate. So any like good milk chocolate, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like a galaxy.
Galaxy, that's what I
Galaxy's
said.
lovely.
I said Snickers is your best bar, but if you want just like pieces of
Yeah, I
chocolate,
guess it's not really
Galaxy.
a bar, but
That's great.
yeah.
Galaxy's good.
Neon Paradox says, not to beat a dead horse, don't get too excited, Sally. Blair, in your TMNT erotic fan fiction during the scene with Casey Jones and Krang, where the jewel-studded electrified nipple clamps meant to represent British imperialism in the East, #button for life.
Yeah, of course.
I think that's pretty obvious
Yeah,
for
it's
anyone
obvious.
who's reading
Come
it. I
on.
mean, it's there.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
it's just, it's right there. It's obviously there. Oddly Drawn NRB has said, I put the 6 into intelligence since Furbolg monk farmers don't need book smarts. Holly is doing a great job DMing these two misfits. I would agree with
Oh,
that.
thank you so much.
Good
Job, Holly.
Thank you. It was really fun.
And Bastian has finally said, Margaret Thatcher, coffin smasher. Make NRB great again 2024. Winky face. Hugs and kisses from the dominators in Norway. Great experience of D&D from Blair, Holly and Sully. Thanks for a great video, smiley face.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you, folks. And literally, as I was saying earlier, like we were mainly preparing because the big thing we've done today is shoot the first 2 episodes, one for YouTube, one for Patreon of D&D on Chaotic Neutral. If you're not subscribed already, go and subscribe.
Yes, please.
If you're thinking about becoming a patron, you're like, oh, I just need a little bit more content and I'll do it. The Patreon for Chaotic Neutral and No Rules Bard are the same Patreon. So if you become a patron for No Rules Bard at the $10 tier or higher, then you also have access to, you will have access on the 22nd when our first episode goes out on YouTube of our D&D campaign to also our prologue. Again, it's not necessary viewing. Like, we're not going to put anything in there that is going to ruin like the story by not knowing, but holy shit, we did shoot it today and there's some juicy stuff
very
in
fun.
there.
It was good.
And I hope doing this today with us has meant that you feel a little bit more like having a go at either creating a character, playing in a one shot or a campaign, and also maybe giving DMing a try, because actually it doesn't have to be as
It's
scary as
convinced me
it
to.
looks. Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I'd love to be
I've
DM'd
never
by
even
you.
GM'd. I've never touched it because it intimidates me too much. But I think it's fun.
I think providing you with people who are forgiving and and know exactly kind of how to give notes. Like it's, to be honest, it's the same as I found with like Clock Tower storytelling. Like you have to give it a go, and you have to be with a group of people who are going to forgive you if you make a mistake, and who are going to also accept you to go, you know what, maybe that is the rule, but we're not going to play like that today. And also kind of like my best experiences have been people afterwards being like, oh, by the way, in that last bit of the game or in this part of the game you forgot to do this thing or you misremembered this thing. So it doesn't ruin the playing experience, which you just want to be smooth, and for role playing, that's why we do it. But it means that you can, have a good time. So I hope it encourages loads of people to give it a go, because it is fun.
Yes.
I had a great time doing it, even with these two weirdos.
What do you mean?
We're totally
Fucking Grandma Scrumptious and Sweet Chariot. What was I thinking?
All right, well, I think that brings us to an end. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I hope you had a lovely time. And we will see you next week, same time, same place. We are going to be doing a bunch of fun, like, family Christmas games. Because it will be our last stream, I think, for the year.
Yeah.
So what better way to bring in the holiday, I should say holiday, not Christmas, because you can play board games the whole holiday season.
Absolutely.
Whatever holiday is celebrating, you've got a group of people together.
Play board games.
Play board games.
So
Get
we're
on
gonna
play
be,
D&D.
we're going to be playing a bunch of fun board games that you can play with your family. Very different than tonight's stream. Don't play this
wouldn't be as
specific one that we did tonight
The way
with
that
your.
we-
There is nothing wrong with the scenario I made.
It's to do with the scenario, Holly, all right? Okay? You wrote your kinky scenario and you forced us to play it. Oh, believe it. We didn't add any added
we
things.
were absolutely
No way, not at all.
Anyways, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. 3, 2, 1.
Get on board!
Get on board!